Okay guys, welcome back. We're on day 4, we're on week 2, so week 1's done, it's wiped. Okay, we've built some good foundations there, and now it's the time to reinforce those with a bit of resistance. Yeah, so we're on day 1 of week 2, or like I would say on here, your session 4 or day 4. Okay, we've got the squat and press again today, like we did last time on day 1. Okay, so the beginning of the week is squat and press, and that's what we're going to go through today. So, but this time it's going to be a bit of resistance behind it all. Okay, so what you'll need before we start is, if you've got a kettlebell, then grab a kettlebell. Okay, if not, then I've got one of these gift bags today. We've got that bag for life that you used on session 2. And then I've got an option of books in there to make that weight easy to adapt, to change, shall we say. So if I want it lighter, I can take a few books out, then I can press it, or as it is at the moment, I can have for my squats. Okay, so something there that's going to give us a bit of resistance for squats and press. So we're going to be pressing overhead, so think about that. You can also have a drinks carton or something, or tin of beans if your shoulders are particularly weak. Okay, you haven't trained them before. So think about that. You can even use a book. Okay, I can use one of these books in here. So something with a bit of resistance. Also, what else I've got here today is a pillow. If you're struggling with the knee coming down to the ground, okay, so maybe you're hitting the ground a bit too hard, you should be able to control that. But if it is a particularly hard surface that you've got and you haven't got a yoga mat or anything like that, then this mat will help. Oh, sorry, this pillow will help. Yeah? Cool. So, we are squatting and pressing, but we need to warm up first. So we need to prime the muscles and get the heart rate up, okay? And we're going to do that with the following movements. Again, I'll give you a chance to pause the video so that you can crack on with the warm up and then come back, so you haven't got to so we can keep this video as short as possible. I could do the warm up with you, but the video would be longer and longer, and it'd be something else that, you know, it's harder to get onto YouTube, etc. So warm up, 2 rounds to start us off. We've got 5 chair squats, 5 scap press ups. Okay, I'm going to use the pillow for my knees on the scap press ups. So the squats, guys, we want our feet to be underneath our shoulders, okay? Yep. Now, if you're good at the squats, then just go straight into air squats. So but what I mean by good is, I mean you can get your hip crease past your knee there and drive back up. If you can do that with a flat back, then you'll do air squats. If not, then we'll stick with chair squats for this time being. So, good 3 points of contact with your feet, squeeze your butt in, chest is up nice and high here. Okay, I'm not pushing my bum back there, rib cage stays down, squeeze my butt, I'll sit my hips back, arms up straight, and come through. There, drop back up, okay? So 5 reps. Yep. So you've got 5 air squats, and then you've got your scap press ups. So scap press ups, guys, I'm going to need to be, let me push this chair out of the way for you, so you can see. So I've got my knees on the floor here, arms out in front of me, as if I was going to do a knee and press up. And then from here, my arms stay straight, but I rotate my elbows behind me as much as I can. And then from here, I'm going to be tall, and I'm going to drop my chest down without bending my arms. So my chest goes through my shoulders, and then I press out. So down, press out. If you was to see it from behind, you'd see my arms coming back, my scapula squeezing, rotating around like this, there, and I'm trying to flatten the back out. So I feel my shoulder blades come round, and then they flat out at the top. Okay, that's what you're feeling for. So 5 chair squats, 5 scap press ups. So 2 rounds of that, guys. Pause the video. Let's get on with that. Okay, so I don't need that pillow now. So next one, well, yes I do for the lunges, so take that back. So Next one, guys, 2 rounds. So we've got baby makers. So we haven't done these before, and they really rely on a lot of ankle mobility and hip mobility. Okay, but they also reinforce that as well. So they're really good for opening up the hips and trying to open up the ankles. Okay, so it will depend if you what sort of range you have. Okay, in your ankles and hips. But I'll demo it first, and I'll give you a couple of options to do if you are struggling. So what it should look like is feet out into my squat stance, so shoulder width. I'm hinging at the hips here. Don't matter if my back's rounded there. I'll grab my toes, and then I'm dropping my hips down and bring my chest up into this position. Okay, I hinge up and then stand back up. So if you look at it from the front, I hinge over, then I grab my toes, and then I pull myself into the bottom of the squat, and then I stand up. If I'm feeling like I'm going to fall over here, guys, it means you've got tight ankles, okay? So I'll give you some stuff for that in a minute. So if you're struggling there, you're just going to fall over, or if you do fall over, just don't come so low, so come to there. And really try to push your knees out, but still hinge up and stand. So if I'm struggling with that position, I hinge over, maybe grab the top of my shins, and then pull my bum down as far as I can, and then use my elbows to push my knees out. But also on the way out, I want to stretch my hamstrings again and come through. So that's your options if you are struggling with that. Then you've got your lunges. So with my lunges, I want to lunge out, and I want to make sure that that knee stays tracking or stays over the toes, okay? It doesn't come in here. So I keep a good arch, chest stays up, drive through. So I've got that pillow now to rest and stand back up. So knees staying out, so it's not coming in. Chest up, I'm really pushing off my heel, so I should feel my butt do the work for me. So you've got 2 rounds, 5 baby makers, excuse fingers, 5 baby makers and 4 lunges, so that's 2 lunges each leg. Okay, pause the video and get on with that. So guys, let's just push that pillow to one side for a bit. So now we're going to go on to what I've written here. You probably, like I say, you probably can't see it because it's reversed around because of the camera. But we've got 4 tempo squats, and I've written 3, 3, 1. So that's your tempo. So basically your tempo is 3 seconds on the descent, so 3 seconds going down into the squat, pause for 3 seconds, and then you're trying to come up as quickly as you can. Okay, the idea of this is not only is it building strength because you have a bit of resistance in the squat, but it's definitely reinforcing good movement patterns. Okay, so some of you, more than likely, most of you have got one leg stronger than the other, and what you'll find is when you're in the squat, you'll just be leaning over, this is an exaggeration, onto that strong side and not working the weaker side enough. Okay, so in this tempo squat, because it's slow and controlled, you'll be able to feel that slight lean and then just correct that movement. Okay, and we'll go through that in a bit. And then you've got 4 kneeling or seated press. So that's single arm press. You're going to be in a kneeling position where we were at the bottom of the lunge, or seated if you're struggling with too much pressure on your knee. Okay, and I'll go through those. But what you'll do is full set. So you do your squats, 4 reps, and then you'll kneel and press either 4 reps or 10 reps if you've got really light weight. Okay, that's 1 set, and you'll do that 4 times through. Okay, I hope I've made that clear. So with the squats, guys, if I go with the bag, okay, I'll make sure I pick that bag up nice and safely. You can bear hug it, okay. Actually, one thing first. So if you were struggling with those, if you were struggling with the baby makers and you felt like someone was trying to push you over, it normally means that we've got tight ankles, so we're really restricted in our dorsal flexion. Okay, so how we help that is just having something underneath our heels. I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay, so having something underneath our heels. Yeah. So just raising the heel up a little bit is going to help you get into a better squat position. Okay, eventually we want to work on those ankles, but for the time being, while we do the strength, we definitely want to make sure that the movement is better, and we can get a better squat and that reinforce the mobility as well, because eventually your hips will open up and the ankles will get a little bit better anyway due to the load. Can you see the books from there? Oh, that's in the way, that's why. So if you see the books on the floor, I've spread them out enough where I would, if you put them in front of your toes first where you normally squat, then that's easy. Then you can just step over that, put your heel on, your other heel on, and you should be in the same position, okay? Bear hug the book. Yep, squeeze my butt here, and then we'll go through all those good points that we had with the squat. So big toe, little toe, heel on the floor, or on the book in this case, and then I'm going to sit my hips back, 1001, come down, 1002, 1003, and hit my bottom position. Chest stays up, 1001, 1002, 1003. Drive up. Okay, then go straight to the next rep, 1001, 1002, 1003. All the way on the way down, guys, I'm thinking about where my weight is positioned, where my chest is. I've got tension in my glutes, driving up. Okay, and then I'm still counting 1001, 1002, 1003. Pause, brace through the stomach, and then drive up. And then my last one, 1001, 1002, 1003. And it's all about trying to perfect that squat, drive it up. Okay, so you've got 4 reps on there, really 4 really good reps. Obviously, if you're doing it with, let me get these books out of the way a minute. Doing it with kettlebell, you're grabbing it by the horns and bring your elbows in, and then you'll just sit back, good arch your feet, come down, and in that position, nice and solid. If I just show you that bottom position again, guys, notice I'm upright, I'm not rounded over. So chest is up, back is flat. So if you're training with someone, guys, really look out for that positioning, okay? Kneeling press or seated press. Like I say, you can take a bit of weight out, but you want to get into your kneeling position. Whatever leg is leading, so for instance, this leg is, my left leg is leading, my right arm wants to be doing the press. Okay, so I could help that up with both arms. Then I get it in nice and solid here, and then I drive up, back down. Keep this rib cage down so I'm not hyperextending, looking straight ahead, through. So 4 reps if it's heavy, make sure we bring it down safely. If it's light, so you can switch over here. If it's light, if it's just a book, then 10 good reps, or 10 to 15 reps. Okay, to get good burn out of that. Yeah? Just reinforcing that position, okay, so the arm stays in nice and close. So we talked about when we're doing the press up, the elbows stay in almost into a W rather than out here, okay? So what we want is the same with this press. We don't want these elbows coming out. We want them in close. Don't need to be inwards, but in close, so when we press above, we're there, okay? If you look at the rib cage, good with the kettlebell, you want to make sure the handle's touching your shoulder, and then you're going to drive up, keeping this rib cage down, so I'm not leaning up, I'm not following the kettlebell, I'm looking straight ahead. Touch the shoulder with the horns, and then back through. Okay. Okay, guys, so if you are struggling on your knees, then by all means, you can sit back here. Make sure you get the weight. So feet are out in front of you, and you're just going to do the same pressing, obviously without hitting that. So if we come forward a bit, I won't touch that. There. Okay? Again, take the weight out, put it in. You should be squatting more than you're pressing. Okay? Alright guys, So you've got 4 sets or 4 rounds, whatever you want to call it. You've got your tempo squats, yeah, 3 seconds on the way down, 3-second pulls, and then come up as quick as you can, 4 reps. Then you've got your press, okay? Start on the weaker side on the press, and then match that with your good side. Okay? Alright then guys, come back for the cardio session on part B once you're done. Happy days.